Hi, my name is Ose Chouhan and I'm a student at the Khan Academy of Nairobi. And I am here to share a few personal experiences of mine when I found out that I had PCOS and also my experiences before it and after it because I just want to share my story online and see how many young women world I can connect with because I feel like we are a whole community in the world together who collectively suffer from PCOS, and we all have our own hardships and our own tips and tricks to give to each other. So, this is what I'm sharing today. Starting off with my first experience at the gynecologist, and my first time going to the gynecologist, and I was honestly really scared. I thought she would tell me to take my clothes off, and no, she just took a little scan like the ones that you get when you wanna look at your baby. That's the one that she did, and honestly that was pretty fascinating, but at the same time it was a bit weird because of that gel that she puts on your stomach and it's so cold. And at that time I think I was only 11 years old, and right now I am 15. And I went there with my parents because it had been close to a year since I had my period, and it was very irregular. Like, it would come for a whole month and then go away for a few months, then come back for a whole month, and that's not how it should be. It should be for like a week every month. That's it. So, since it was my first time, my mom was obviously very cautious, and she was constantly asking me, how is your period going? Is it coming once every month? How is it? Are you having cramps? Are you having this? Are you having that? And I'm like, no. But it comes for a really long time at a time, and then it goes away for a long time. So I don't know what that means. And then she was like, no, there's something definitely wrong. And by the way, if you go on Google and you search up, how does a girl get PCOS? It's always going to say genetics. Not a single woman in my family has ever had PCOS, and somehow I do, and it is confirmed. That is crazy. And to this day, I don't know how I got PCOS, but if I had to take a wild guess, it would probably be because of my lifestyle habits and the things that I grew up eating. Chips, KFC, pizza, Coke, chocolate, all of these unhealthy things have affected my ovaries in a really bad way. And it is biting me back now. So, I had my first gynecologist appointment, and at first she told me that it has only been close to a year since you've had your period, and it is very common for young girls to have irregular periods at the start, but you just have to give it time. That is what every gynecologist told me. You just have to give it time because you're still in the early ages of getting your period. But at one point, it had been close to over 2 years, and they were still telling me the same thing, that you have to give it time. I'm sorry, but what time am I supposed to give? It has been so long, and I'm still suffering with irregular periods, with acne, with excessive body hair, and gaining weight. But I didn't know at that time that these were symptoms of PCOS. So then, to my most recent visit to the gynecologist, she had confirmed that I had PCOS because in my first visit, they were like, there could be chances of PCOS, but just to be on the safe side, we'll just say that you're still in the early stages of your period, so you just have to wait it out. And then after over 4 years of having irregular periods and dealing with all of these different things, they tell you suddenly you have PCOS and you're gonna have trouble having kids in the future. You could maybe get depression, anxiety, all of these different mental health disorders. You're still gonna deal with excessive body hair. You're still going to deal with acne, no matter what products you buy, no matter how expensive they are, no matter how good your diet is, you're still going to have acne, and you're still going to have problems with your weight, whether it is gaining or losing it. And I feel like when you're a teenager, these are the things that matter to you the most. How you look, how you present yourself are the most important things that you could focus on, aside from your studies, or especially for me. For a long time, I really cared about the way that I look, and having acne for so many years, having issues with my weight for so many years have really had a bad effect on me, and it has affected the way how worried I get when I present myself to someone and start thinking, oh, do I not look good enough for them? Am I not good enough for this new person? Do they think worthy of me? All of these different things that shouldn't be burdening me, but they are because of PCOS. So I feel like the biggest advice that I could give to a young girl is watch out for these symptoms. If you have acne, if you have weight, or if you're having issues with gaining or losing it, if you have a lot of excessive body hair, if you have mood swings, if you have anxiety, if you have depression, and you're still so young, you're not supposed to be having these things, so you may not know it, but these are symptoms of PCOS. These are your body telling you that you have PCOS and you need to go to a doctor immediately. And obviously, the most number one advice that I can give you is fix your lifestyle habits, and I would say stick to natural remedies like having spearmint tea, because these things help with your hormonal balance and your insulin sensitivity, which play a very big role in PCOS and how the health of your ovaries. And having a warm glass of lemon water to start your day to help cleanse your liver and all of that stuff. That is the one thing that I would recommend. Fixing your diet. Don't have pizza too much. I'm not saying that you should not have it at all, but be strict with yourself and have certain dates that you're gonna have it. Or suppose you're gonna have pizza once a month, you're gonna have noodles maybe once a week, or you're gonna have Coke once a week, something like that. Have your own personalized strict schedule for yourself, that on these days you're gonna let yourself loose and have all of these fun things that you've been craving for. And after not having these things for so long and like being disciplined with yourself, you're gonna think of it as a reward, and that's how it should be. Thinking that you can finally have pizza after so many days as a reward, because that is a good thing. You are being strict with yourself and you are developing this new sense of discipline that most of the other students in your class or the other women that you know probably don't have. So it sets you on this whole different level of power and self-discipline and being organized with yourself, because that is a skill that you should definitely have. And while I can't say that I've mastered it, I'm definitely working on it, and I feel like you should too. And you could think that PCOS is a disadvantage to your whole life, and it is, but you can also learn to use it to your own advantage and use it to help build discipline in yourself and be strict with yourself and set things for yourself that you will do no matter what to make yourself a better you. Anyways, that is it for today. Thank you so much for listening to my video and just sitting there for over 8 minutes listening to me talk. I hope you guys can share your stories online as well, because I would love to hear them. And don't let PCOS defeat you. You are powerful, you are confident, and you can do this. Bye.